In this video, we'll share the 9 reasons to make a vision board now. This is not just another video on vision boards from some generic online person. This is coming from my experience transforming my life with vision boards. We'll touch on the science-backed reasons why vision boards work, as well as touch on a few new and unique reasons that you can't find anywhere else on the internet. If you just want the core insight of this video, it's the following. When what matters to you stays invisible, your life is on autopilot. And when it becomes visible, behavior changes. Making a vision board and putting it on the wall will change your life. I know because I've done it several times in my own life for the past 2 years. So watch until the end of the video to hear the 9 reasons why you should make a vision board now. So really quick, the 9 reasons are: clarify what you actually want, stay focused on what matters, make faster decisions with confidence, build momentum without burnout, stop planning and start doing, save time by ditching goals and tracking, ending your days without regret, making self-improvement enjoyable, and lastly, aligning your goals with your spiritual life. So the first reason is about clarity. Vision boards help you clarify what you actually want. Do you sometimes feel like you have too many ideas and you just can't sort through them all? That's not usually a motivation problem, that's a clarity problem. A vision board helps you clearly separate from things that you actually want from things that you think you should want. Making a vision board helps you see what is intrinsically important to you versus just superficial. And it also makes the abstract feel real and legitimate. It's like the difference between having thoughts in your head and actually writing them down. One is fuzzy and the other is like concrete and real. So if you're not clear today, don't wait. Start a vision board today. The second reason is about focus. Vision boards help you stay focused on what matters. Now that you are clear on what matters, you want to just focus in on that. Vision boards give you a daily reminder of your goals. I like this quote. If you don't know where you're going, distractions will look like opportunities. Once you know where you're going, it becomes easier to stay on track. And when your goals are visible with a print vision board, your brain automatically filters out distractions. This is the reticular activating system and is one of the reasons why vision boards are so powerful. You notice what matters and ignore everything else. The third reason is about decisiveness. Once you're clear on what you want and you're focused, decisions get easier. Do you ever notice how sometimes you are redeciding things or making the same decisions over and over again? That's not being indecisive, that's just too many decisions. A vision board helps you decide once instead of every day. When your priorities are visible, your goals and your decisions become easy and obvious. It helps you quickly separate the thousands of mundane and trivial decisions from the truly important ones. You stop asking, what should I do? And start asking, does this move me closer to my goals? You also spend way less time second guessing yourself. Is this on my vision board? If not, then it must not be important to me. It's kind of like having a superpower. The next reason is about consistency. For a long time, I relied on motivation. I'd get really excited, go all in, focus really hard, and then I'd eventually burn out. And unfortunately, I'd need another burst of motivation to just get back to normal. That cycle wasn't me failing. That was just me stuck in a bad system. James Clear says it perfectly in his book, Atomic Habits. We do not rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. For me personally, what changed was having a visual reminder of my goals. This helped me build the system around my goals. This also meant not relying on bursts of motivation to just do life. And eventually I noticed that progress kind of came consistently and with way less effort. It's almost like switching from a sprint to a pace you can actually sustain. I realized that life is not a sprint. It's more like a marathon. Next reason is about action. Once you're clear, focused, and decisive, there's still one final trap: planning. Do you ever find yourself constantly making lists and planning forever, but not actually doing any work? That's not being lazy, that's using planning to feel productive. But let's step back. When we make these plans and these lists, what are we really seeking? I believe we're seeking a sense of accomplishment. Perpetual list making and planning gives us a false sense of accomplishment, and it gives us cheap dopamine. This happens to me all the time. Vision boards and visualization practices more broadly break this cycle. When I built my first vision board, I noticed immediate sense of accomplishment. Now, when I look at my vision board, I'm constantly reminded I built that, and this is the life that I want to live. Now, I still use lists and plans, but I no longer get stuck just doing them. They ultimately serve me and my goals. The next reason is about saving time. There's only 24 hours in the day. We all have to sleep, eat, work, and it still feels like there's just not enough time to work on our goals. And a lot of people feel that somehow tracking their habits better will lead to achieving their goals. More apps, more checklists, more weekly reviews. Ironically, this takes time away from our goals, and it also gives us a false sense of accomplishment. It also just doesn't work. Be honest with yourself. When was the last time better tracking and weekly reviews actually led to achieving your goal? The overhead of this is just unsustainable and overwhelming and frankly unpleasant. Take it from me, I used to obsess about habit tracking and weekly reviews. And since I made a vision board, I've realized those are a complete waste of time. A vision board, it works differently. It saves you time by working in the background. If you ever feel off track, you just go look at your vision board and you'll know immediately if you're on the right track or not. A picture's worth 1,000 words, so when you look at your vision board, you know right away if you're on track or not. And the nice thing is your subconscious does all the work for you. So you can just stop tracking. The next reason is about living without regrets. This is the most underappreciated and, in my opinion, the most powerful reason for making a vision board. For way too long, I let the days fly by on autopilot. I just wasn't living every day with intention. I'd wake up, perform my tasks as efficiently as possible, and go to sleep. And at the end of the week, I'd think back and ask myself, where did the week go? What did I actually do this week? The weeks went on, and after a while, I started to feel regret. I felt like I wasted my time and that I wish I did more with the time that I had to do the things that I actually wanted to do, like travel. The thing is, most days aren't bad. They're just unintentional. But making a vision board was a complete game changer because it gave me a reference point. I'd look at my vision board and say, this is the life that I chose for myself. And just by looking at it, I had a reference point to the life that I wanted to live. And if the day that I was having that day or that week really wasn't living up to that or wasn't on track with that, I knew I had to make a change. This helped me make the necessary life changes to transform my life. And since making a vision boards, my regrets completely went away. I knew I was making the right choices because they're on my vision board. So the second last reason is about enjoyment. Most self-improvement feels very corporate and systematic and very generic. It's almost never celebrated as an individual creative journey or an adventure. Making a vision board is a fun, deeply personal experience that turns your goals into a real-life adventure. Plain and simple, it's just fun to make. For me, I love the combination of introspection, creativity, and challenge that it gives me. I think the best analogy I can think of is it's like the difference between taking a work trip and taking a vacation. So the last reason is about connecting with the spiritual. And this goes far beyond mere goals and productivity and achievement. You know, for some, making a vision board is about manifestation, and for others, it's about faith and organized religion. And for others, it's much more inwardly focused on perhaps trusting themselves more, being more aligned with their true self, being more authentic. There's no one right way to do this. This is the great thing about vision boards. It works for everything and everyone. There's no one right way to do it. There is so much more to life than just simply achieving our goals. And there is so much more that the universe has to offer if we are open to its good fortune. I think this is really about opening up to the universe's good fortune and allowing it into your life. And again, that can mean faith, spirituality, manifestation, the universe. It can mean looking more inward and trusting yourself more. It's totally up to you. For me, I believe that the world rewards authenticity, and that the more that you are you, the more that you allow the universe's good fortune into your life. Vision boards are the best way to connect with your inner life and your external life, connecting your goals with your spirituality, religion, as within, so without. That concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I played some small but helpful role in your journey towards change and your overall vision board journey. I'm very interested in knowing what reasons resonated most with you. So if you'd like, feel free to leave a comment in the section below to tell us what your favorite reason was. Again, I hope you had a great time watching this video. So have a great day and be well.